think we're currently both MGG and us have won one and lost one, so just
Yep.
going into the first game now on ESV Frigid Pass. In the bottom right corner of the screen, of ESV Frigid Pass rather, we have a bit of lag, and we're dropped from the game.
Ah, damn it, I just got the overlay all set up as well. Alright guys, so try and get this all sorted. Alright.
Looks like there are still a few kinks to be worked out in patch 1.5.
How's that? Alright. And there we go. Alright, I just had to fix my microphone up. Alright, cool. Cool. And I'll turn that back on. Alright, so, let's see. And I'll quickly invite you to the, or suggest you to the party. There we go. Sweet. And there we go. And alright, and we're all set up, ready to go for the regame of Game 1 now. So, as we were saying before, we quickly disconnected from that first game, guys, and I also think I've fixed up my microphone volume. This is the do or die game of this group. This is Group B. Also in Group A, I believe that it is TCP against Team Clan 9th Legion. I believe it was either TCP or Fade or one of those clans who are also in the similar position that QED and the Fusion Slugs are in, where they're playing for their finals berth, and one team will go through and the other will not. So would you like to do the introductions for us?
Certainly, this time in the top right of ESV Frigid Pass, we have from Fusion Slugs, Quackpork, which is a lovely name, I might add. And in the top left corner of ESV Frigid Pass, we have as the Blue Terran Ghost from QED.
Yep. No. So last showing from QED, we had did Goste open for us last week as well?
No, actually, last time we had Stord, who is our
Yep.
one of our few bronze players, opening for us, and he did a really good showing, but actually, unfortunately, dropped his first game to a very strong gold player. I believe it was actually the leader of Team Knight, which was TN Fate. So yeah, it was a bit of a tough ask sending him first that game, but a bit of a more even match this time around. Both of these players, I believe, are in silver, and we have Goste opening for us as we did in the first week. So it'll be great to see how he performs this time around.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those kind of really solid choices to kind of open up things for us here in this match, and it's nice to see that it is actually going to be a silver versus silver level game as well. So this will be pretty much an accurate representation of how the night's going to go, I guess. Both players unfortunately scouting the wrong position, and it looks like Quackpork's actually going to be able to eventually find Goste a bit faster than Goste will find Quackpork, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I'm not actually too sure on the close spawns in terms of this map, because the ground spawn is actually quite close to each other in terms of vertical positions, but you can see obviously the map is quite similar to Shakura's Plateau in that it is horizontally symmetrical. So the two have spawned close there, and they will find that out shortly. So we won't be having perhaps as long a macro game as we would if they were cross positions in this huge map that is Frigid Pass.
Yeah, definitely.
Still going to be interesting. I think in terms of the really safe expansion path that both players will have, taking their natural and their third, they'll both be expanding away from each other. So hopefully we will still see quite a heavy macro game from both of them.
Yeah, hopefully it does go to that stage, because there's no real fun in watching just pure kind of all-ins against all-ins all the time and having the games go over. One thing I can say about this tournament is it does tend to, like, if you looked at all the games, I'd say the average would probably be the games getting to around 15 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes, I reckon. But yeah, no, there's been a couple of premature ends to some games as well.
That's true. As we do have now Quackpork putting down both of his gas before his expansion, so he is going to be perhaps not going for a one-gate expand, but he has put down the probe at the natural, so it would indicate that he is going to put down that Nexus anytime soon, but he will start to pull this gas quite heavily, so he will most likely look to go into a lot of sentries after this and just play it safe and defensive for the moment, whereas we have Goste throwing down 2 racks before 2 gas, or 2 of his extra racks before his 2 gas after his 1 racks fast expand, so he's going very econ heavy with a focus on heavy bio, and he won't be perhaps rushing for the tech as fast as some other players might in this matchup.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good thing to actually note as Goste's second orbital command finishes up now, and he's actually something I'd like to note about this map is that bunker position is actually really, really effective at kind of stopping any super early aggression. I mean, unless you get a couple of really nice force fields to get rid of the SCVs, but just kind of the way that the map works, it does create those tiny little slits either side of the bunker that they can get past. But yeah, with a bit of control, unfortunately that probe's not going to get in and see anything.
Yeah, I mean the important thing here really for both of these players is going to be their macro and their mechanics and how well they know their build orders to see who comes out the victor in this game. So with taking this second gas early for Quackpork, I think he's going to be just a little bit behind in terms of he can't really throw down many gateways at all. He's going to need to really push out a lot of tech, and he's kind of falling behind on his chrono boosts already. So hopefully we'll see him pick up his macro a bit more, but at the same time he has been producing probes quite nicely. He's at 31 to Goste's 30, so Goste has had a few breaks in his SCV production, and he is now supply blocked. So both of these players, you know, they do have still the holes in their play of a silver level player, but you know, it's to be expected, and they're both playing pretty well so far, to be honest. And we do see all of these sentries coming out now from Quackpork just to sink the gas into something. And we do have the robotics bay out for him already, and he's going actually for 2 observers before he makes anything else out of that. So interesting choice from him, but he'll have some great map vision from that, and we'll see what else he decides to throw down now. A few more gateways coming down from him.
Yeah, no, and that observer came in just at the right time as well, just seeing that starport was being thrown down. And I actually kind of like the idea to build 2 observers just because this is such a large map, and it does have so many attack paths by ground and then also even more by air. So the more chance he can give himself to know what is coming and when it is coming is going to really benefit him, especially if this, it looks like it's going to become a reactor starport. So he'll probably be pumping out a few drop ships just to get those drops happening.
Yeah, just starting the +1 attack now is Goste, and going to be putting down the the reactor for double medevac production. So he's going to hit a nice timing here, where he does have combat shield, stim, and 4 medevacs coming out. If he does decide to execute it properly, and he has now emptied the bunker and should be salvaging that in just a second just to move out. But the Observer, in a great position, is going to spot everything that's coming here to Quackpork's base, and he's going to just be able to warp in some more units and get in a perfect position to land some clutch force fields and defend this with relative ease, just because of the map control that has been afforded to him with that Observer.
Yeah, no, I actually would have liked to have seen Quackpork thrown down like an, what's the word, a proxy pylon or something, just so that if this attack does get crushed, he would be able to reinforce kind of the counter pressure he's going to put on. That much easier. But yeah, at this moment, there's not much in terms of resupply or aggressive resupply for Quackpork. Oh, and that medevac's gone.
Both players just getting a little bit supply blocked here. Oh, actually, yeah. Did he lose that medevac then, did he?
Yeah.
That's a shame. But Goste is going to be loading up with the one medevac that he does have, and he is going to be going for a drop into Quackpork's main now. So this is going to be really good to pull the army out of position. Goste doesn't have the army value lead at the moment, so this is what he needs to be doing to try and get his advantage with the bio-heavy style, is to be pulling the army out of position and buying himself some more time to get extra bases, extra economy, extra barracks out, just to outproduce his opponent here. And his timing on it's really great, but these bunkers coming up at the front actually aren't going to finish in time for the Protoss push to come. Nice force fields keeping the bio back, and a clutch little cancel on the bunker there by Goste. He's going to keep his minerals safe for just a bit longer, but the Zealot's actually fighting out of position from the sentries and stalkers, but is it going to be enough to break this bunker? No, it's not. Actually, Quackpork is going to lose everything here. Really horrible engagement for him, and Goste just falling back to that bunker and engaging with all of his forces, as opposed to Quackpork not engaging with all of his at the same time. He's going to come out the victor of this small engagement. And in the meantime, I think we did have the drop in the back of the...
Yeah, it racked up 12
There's currently no mining at all. Yeah, currently no mining at all in the back of the base, in the main base of Quackpork here, and he does have still all those idle probes from where he did pull them out of position, so really hurting here, Quackpork, and now, half the supply of his opponent and less than a third of his income.
Yeah, now as Goste now establishes his third base, he'll be able to start getting that up to the point of saturation, and a nice scan actually just to see what Quackpork does still have. And I think he can confidently know that he can kind of run over the top of that, and even if it doesn't work, he can kind of just trade cost inefficiently at this stage, just because he is at 3 bases and he killed so many probes with that first drop. And it looks like he might even be able to maybe deny this third. He does see the probe.
Yeah, we'll catch that probe and can even just decide to move in here, and with these 5 medevacs he can actually push the advantage that he has. He has the upgrade advantage at the moment, and he has a huge army, no sentries or any sort of tech to speak of in this army, so the bio will be the victor of this engagement. But perhaps a bit of over-micro here from Goste. These Zealots actually doing quite a lot of damage, and looks like Quackpork might just hold on for a little bit longer, but no, Goste is just going to kill this army, so more reinforcements back at home if he needs to pull them up, and it's looking very dire for Quackpork at this point. Even just these 4 Marauders are going to be a pain to deal with, as the next warp in does come in full of Stalkers.
Yeah, and if you look at the
reinforcements, be able to get out of there just fine with all of these medevacs. Yeah, streaming across the map now is Goste, and with now 3 fully saturated bases, and his production is keeping up with that huge economy. He's doing a great job of actually macroing at the moment, so props to Goste being able to pull off the 3 base macro, and he is going to be able to really just push in here. He has lost the upgrade advantage. 1-1 has now finished for Quackpork, but with no tech, it's still going to be a very tough ask for this Zealot Stalker mix to do anything about his bio, and there we go, the army's completely destroyed, and it should be GG's from here very soon.
Yeah, he can just stim in and kill this Nexus now and really kind of put an end to that. The charge did just finish up, but I think it's just going to be a case of too little too late, and this is all the probes start evaporating now at Quackpork's natural. And yeah, there's not much else he can do from here. I think you just need to, GG out, and that's going to mean that Goste is going to take QED 1 up in the first game. So I'll just get this all edited up on my side, and we'll have to just wait and see who comes out next now for the Fusion Slugs to try and peg a game back against QED.